Good evening, folks. What if your soft, warm mattress was replaced by a pile of hay crawling with insects? Imagine waking up to the smell of livestock in your bedroom. Could you face a day where survival meant unrelenting physical labor and even drinking water was a gamble? Stay with us as we reveal why medieval life was far harsher than you've ever imagined and why modern comforts would terrify a medieval villager. Please, make yourself comfortable in bed. Turn the lights off. Wrap yourself in your softest duvet and let your body sink into stillness. Now, close your eyes and get ready to wake up in medieval times. And if you enjoy where I'm taking you, please subscribe to the channel and like the video. It truly helps me continue crafting these journeys for you. Medieval life. The itch wakes you first. Straw mattresses, they're neither soft nor clean, and the constant presence of bugs means your skin never feels at ease. You blink awake in the dim light filtering through cracks in the walls, the morning air crisp and uninviting. The smell surrounds you, a mix of damp hay, stale sweat, and animal musk. Not from outside, but from inside. Just a few steps away, the family's cow shifts on its hooves, its breath visible in the cold air. You share this space not just with your family, but with livestock and all the mess that comes with them. The bed isn't much of a refuge. It's a frame of wood, your head on a lumpy sack stuffed with whatever scraps were available. More often than not, insects make their homes in it too, and during the night you've swatted more than a few crawling things off your skin. There's no escape from the biting cold. The fire burned out hours ago, and fanning it back into life means venturing into last night's ash with numb fingers. Still, it's better than stepping outside. Homes like these do little to keep out the chill, so the temperature inside isn't much warmer than out, but at least here you're not exposed to the damp or wind. The village begins its day early. The church bell tolls, cutting through the quiet, and you're already behind. Breakfast is quick, sometimes skipped entirely. Usually it's just yesterday's leftover pottage, a thick, bland mixture of grains and whatever scraps could be spared. Meat? A luxury not meant for mornings, and certainly not for most. Your water might come from the village stream, though every gulp brings a risk of sickness. It's no secret the water carries more than life. It's shared with animals and human waste alike. These dangers are so constant that even children are given weak ale to drink, safer than water, but not much else. Preparing for the day isn't as simple as getting dressed. There's no need to choose an outfit because you only own one. A rough tunic, spun from itchy wool, hangs in the corner. It hasn't been washed in months, and it smells like the life you've lived in it. No one washes their bodies often either. Baths are rare and feared. The belief that warm, open pores let sickness creep in is enough to make even the bravest avoid soap and water. Lice and fleas, they're so common they're not worth the effort of constant scratching. They're just part of life. Toothache in this world is more than pain. It's a slow, inevitable march toward infection. No dentist, no pain relief. Just a barber with iron hooks waiting to rip the problem out of your skull. Your labor doesn't end there. Farms demand your sweat year-round. Fields to plow, weeds to pull, animals to tend. The tools you wield are crude, heavy, and unforgiving, callousing your hands until you barely feel your fingers anymore. Women face no fewer burdens. If they're not out in the fields, they're mending clothes, cooking meals, or carrying children against their hips as they go. There is no break from work, no Sundays for leisure. Those are reserved for church and penance. No holidays for rest, just endurance until harvest or planting. It's a life glued to the earth, with no relief in sight. And if this was your worst day, it could still get worse. Break a law, even accidentally? The punishment isn't just swift, it's also public. Steal bread to eat? You could lose your hand. Gossip about a neighbor? Find yourself locked in the stocks, where townsfolk might spit or throw rotten food at you. Justice in this world is as harsh as survival. Disease is ever present. A simple cough can turn fatal in days. There are no doctors, only healers with a pouch of dried leaves and a rusted blade for bloodletting. The streets reek of open sewers, and bathing in the rare public bathhouses risks more illness, thanks to dirty water shared with too many. None of it ends. Not on weekends, not on holy days, not even during celebrations. Your body endures until it gives out. But what if someone from this time, already so hardened by pain, had to face what comes next? What might happen if they stepped into our modern world? Imagine stepping into a world where everything feels alive, but not in the way you understand. Lights pulse unnaturally from walls, boxes glow with shifting colors, and strange noises hum endlessly into the background. Buzzes, chimes, beeps, and the low roar of distant engines. The scent of the earth, the comforting familiarity of animals, and cycles dictated by the seasons are all gone. Instead, the air holds something sharp and artificial. A medieval villager would not see marvels, they'd feel chaos. The very buildings would confuse. They stretch higher than any structure you've ever seen, their tops invisible against the sun or swallowed by clouds, and they're smooth, too smooth. Walls of unbroken glass reflect your own stunned face back at you, but you can't find a single tree in their shadow. No bird song, no soil underfoot, just stone and metal roads that hum with energy. Some sort of silent vibration filling everything around you. They're not empty either. Strange carriages zoom by with no horses in sight, their speed defying any sense of safety. The people dart around as fast as the carriages, not meeting eyes, not pausing to speak. They rush past you encased in fine fabrics so clean they gleam, their hands clutching small objects that they stare at, completely entranced. You realize, after watching too long, that they aren't talking to anyone at all. Glass rectangles glow in their palms, and eerie voices spill out, but no one's lips are moving. It looks like sorcery. Voices without bodies, words without mouths. You try to listen, but it doesn't make sense. Nothing does. The choices come next, assaulting you with their weight. Every street, every shop, every hallway seems to hold countless options. Which of these brightly colored packages is safe to eat? What drink is hidden in the endless rows of identical bottles? Why is the bread soft like clouds, wrapped in layers of something crinkly you can't even recognize? Reaching for one feels wrong, too many steps removed from anything familiar. It doesn't look like food, it looks like art. Back home, bread was crusty and uneven, torn from the hands that made it. Here, it smells faintly sweet but feels lifeless between your fingers. Try to use the conveniences and they revolt. You find bowls of water, smooth, shiny bowls made of material colder than stone, but no ladle, no pump, no explanation. When you move, the water rushes out on its own, startling you, and then vanishes. Nearby, a large box buzzes and gleams, its face covered in words, none you can read. You press something, and with a sudden mechanical arm, it spits metal at you. No thank you, no ceremony. The whole experience feels void of humanity. But the sounds, they might be the worst. A constant symphony of shapes and pitches, each layered over the next. Humming lights, the sharp chirp of machines, faint voices arguing through walls. And nobody stops to listen. They seem oblivious, as if none of this noise exists. Conversations are rare, and when they happen, they're too fast to follow. Everything is blindingly lit, constantly moving, endlessly loud. Your mind spins, fighting to keep up. Then again, it's not just the external world pulling you apart. Something feels deeply off about the rhythm of life itself. Where are the sun and moon to track the hours? The familiar rise and fall of day doesn't seem to matter. Time feels imposed by invisible forces, by the urgency in people's gait, by the rapid flashing of numbers on glowing signs. Sunrise doesn't bring labor anymore, nor does dusk give rest. People simply go, without pause, without clear reason. Worse still is the absence of connection. No one greets you. Nobody asks your name or offers to sit with you. In your old world, you knew your neighbors by heart. The family with kind smiles, the boy with an easy laugh. Here, though, you don't see the same face twice. Bodies in motion, eyes locked on their screens. They're close in distance, but impossibly far from one another. Isolated in a sea of endless, swirling humanity. The loneliness runs bone deep. Even the stars aren't here to comfort you. At home, you'd finish the day staring at them, grounding your soul in their silence. They told stories and passed time. They connected you to nature. But in this strange world, their light is blocked by skyscrapers and drowned by artificial glow. Without them, the night feels hollow, void of beauty, void of peace. Before long, the weight of it all becomes unbearable. The speed, the choices, the relentless hum. It grips your mind, gnaws at something deep inside. Modern life doesn't demand physical strength, nor does it burden you with back-breaking labor, but it twists your thoughts, fractures your emotions, and presents an entirely different burden. To keep up, to understand, to exist in a world that never stops moving. For the medieval mind used to seasons, stillness, and simplicity, this is no better than torture. The body endured in the old world. Here, it's the mind that suffers most. But underneath all the chaos, you begin to sense something familiar, something threading through both times. Both lives, though different, share the same absence: peace. Neither the dusty fields of the Middle Ages nor the glowing screens of today offer true peace. One drained the body, the other exhausts the mind. Yet in both times, the human soul longs for the same things: stillness, connection, and meaning. These needs remain constant even as the world changes around us. Take a moment and reflect. Where in the noise of modern life can you find quiet? In the rush of endless tasks, how can you create space to simply be? Perhaps peace isn't a place or time. It's a practice, waiting for you to embrace it right now. Just a friendly reminder to subscribe to our channel so you'll get notified with next upload. Thank you for watching. Have a good night.